Bernie Sanders is gaining on Hillary Clinton. A new ABC News Washington Post poll shows that the Democratic frontrunner only has a 7-point lead over Sanders. That's not the only challenge she faces here, of course. Hillary Clinton is still trying to defend the FBI investigation into her emails.
I've heard others say that neither you nor your lawyers have been apprised that you are a target of the investigation. Is that true?
Absolutely true.
Have you or your lawyers been apprised that any members of your current or former staff are targets of the investigation?
Absolutely not.
Here with a little fact check on Hillary Clinton's claims. Judge Andrew Napolitano, Fox News senior judicial analyst. Judge, when I hear her say that practice line again and again where she says, "I have never sent or received anything marked classified," I see your hair stand on end.
Well,
I mean, you start to twitch and get really annoyed. Why is that? Why don't you like that statement?
I do, because it is a gross and substantially misleading statement, Melissa. Nothing is marked classified. The markings are confidential, secret, or top secret. So when she says, "I neither sent nor received anything marked classified," she's misleading everybody, and she's aggravating the FBI because they know that nothing is marked classified. Look, it is beyond dispute that she sent or received 2,093 emails that were confidential, secret, or top secret. It is beyond dispute that she sent or received 22 emails that were top secret. It is beyond dispute that she authored 108 emails that were confidential, secret, or top secret. It is beyond dispute that she failed to preserve state secrets by keeping them in a secure venue. Instead, she put them in a non-secure venue, her home internet server.
I heard Juan Williams say earlier today that she gets to determine these classifications. So by definition, she gets to determine, you know, what she sent and what they're marked and everything else. So
I love Juan, and I did not hear him say that, but that is not the law. The law is the essence of what's in the email determines whether or not it is confidential, secret, or top secret. And the definition of those three is a state secret is information, the revelation of which could, not will, could jeopardize the national security. Now, if you want to get technical, what entity actually makes the determination about whether it's confidential, secret, or top secret? The sender. Who is the original sender of almost all these emails? The intelligence community, not Mrs. Clinton and not the State Department.
So take that, Juan. All right, let me ask you about the
Don't
SOT
get me in a fight with Juan. He's my buddy.
I know. Hey, let me ask you about that SOT that we heard at the beginning, the sound on tape that we heard at the very beginning there, where she said, absolutely not. In response to the question, has she been told that she or her staff is a target of an FBI investigation? What do you make of that?
That was a great question by our colleague, Bret Baier. She would only know if she is a target, and it is probably too early for the government to tell her that she's a target. Because of privacy laws, she would not know if any of her aides are targets unless the aides told her. We do know someone is a target because we know that one of her aides, Brian Pagliano, her information technologist, who diverted a secret State Department email stream to her private server, has been granted immunity. And we know that immunity is only granted in order to induce testimony. And we know that testimony is only given before, in this stage of events, a grand jury. So somebody is a target, a grand jury is sitting, and federal prosecutors are working in tandem with FBI agents. We'll see where it goes.
And, Judge, you think we're going to see pretty soon, right?
I think we're going to see this come to a head in May. I think in May, Mrs. Clinton will face the very, very uncomfortable scenario of this. Mrs. Clinton, this is the Justice Department. We have all of this evidence here. We want to share with you and ask you how you'd like us to proceed. Would you come in and talk to us? If she says no, it will leak that she refused to deal with the Justice Department, and all of it will go to a grand jury. If she says yes, she will be the first presidential nominee in history to be compelled to testify before the FBI or a federal grand jury during the political campaign, and that will leak.
Judge, thank you for coming on. We love having you here to decode the BS.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.